wisdom brings a stronger sense of purpose in life. It really connects you. Again, if it's connecting to that reservoir that is spirit within, that is where purpose lies, isn't it? That is where passion lies. So no wonder that the more that we connect in the sense of our own wisdom, that we are, in fact, then having a stronger sense of purpose. Because wise people focus on purpose over pleasure. You know, it doesn't mean that you can't enjoy your life. But you know, sometimes, from time to time, wisdom may actually involve putting what makes you happy on the back burner. It may set you out and it may throw you out of your comfort zone, right? Because it may be that in your quest for your own meaning, your own significance, your own understanding, into those deeper realms, or what it is that you're being called to do, it might just mean that you have to put those things on the back burner. Wisdom knows that. So when you allow that, even though you think, but this is what I really want to do, when you're listening and you know that there's something else that's calling you forward to do something else, then we practice. That's how we open and avail ourselves, right, to that wisdom, because we say, okay, I'm willing to put this aside. It doesn't mean that you have to live an unhappy life and that you can't enjoy yourself. And eventually, maybe through learning through wisdom, maybe we realize that when we get into those other situations that are uncomfortable or don't appear to make us happy, that maybe there's something else that we find in there. Again, you know, as we're coming to it from a different perspective, when we look at it from this way, it's what it looks like now. But the more that we open and the more that we practice, because the other thing about that is that, yes, it may be uncomfortable, and yes, it may be saying, this is the things that make me happy I'm not doing right now, but on a soul level, there is such a deep sense of satisfaction and contentment when we follow that flow, when we follow the guidance of our higher selves. We are so in the flow and we feel so right in our lives. It's like we become, you know, that multi-dimensional being. And it's easy then to feel like if that what I thought was happiness or comfort is sitting over there, it's actually a great trade-off for this experience of really fully living inside of my truth as a spiritual being. So wisdom shines with ease. It's peaceful. It's tranquil. It's love and sensitivity and discernment, appreciation, vulnerability, curiosity, expansiveness. There's so many facets. There's so many experiences and ways that we see wisdom fit in our lives. Wisdom gives you perspective. It's like the capacity to have that bird's eye view of what's going on around us, as if you're looking from this higher place. And that sense of perspective gives you the ability to tell what serves you and what doesn't. It gives you the ability to see what's beneficial to the greater good and what isn't. And with that much distance and ability to see, it allows you actually to be able to take that action. You're not so tight. It's not so emotionally charged because you have that objectivity of perspective. And you know what the good news is? You know, haven't we always thought that you get wiser as you get older, like that wisdom comes with age? But in, what? We hope. Yeah, we hope. But in fact, you know what studies are showing? It doesn't actually. It isn't hinged on age, which initially I thought, well, wait a second, like, isn't that part of what you just get to grow into as you get older? You just get wiser. It's one of the cool things that happens without you even having to try. And now you're saying, what? It actually doesn't really happen that way. Because it turns out that it's really not about whether you're 25 or 75. Because it isn't the experience itself. So of course we figured someone who's older has had more experience, therefore there's a wisdom that comes with that. But it isn't so much about the number of experiences, of life experiences that you had, as much as it is the quality of those experiences that lends to the wisdom. Because wisdom doesn't emerge from the experience itself, but it's from that thoughtful reflection on the experience. It's about drawing out and harvesting the lessons that are gained from the experience. And so when you're willing to do that, then you can draw wisdom through any experience at any age. So when we see it, it's like someone who's wise. When we're wise, it's like we have self-knowledge. We're aware of who we are. You know, Aristotle said the beginning of wisdom starts with self-knowledge, knowing who you are, and that reflection and awareness. There is a sincere and a direct experience and conversation and connection with other people. Wise people ask they ask wise people for advice. They don't try and figure it out. You don't have to figure it out yourself. You know, surround yourself with people that you trust. Surround yourself with wise people and go and ask for that advice. And in wisdom, your actions are consistent with your ethical beliefs. So what is held important to you, what is of value to you, wisdom lets you live that in your life. Can you put up the fourth slide? Or the next one, I mean. See, have you had your daily dose of that thing that you need the most? Have you taken the time to find that which will guard your heart and mind? Have you taken the time to heed that which will help you to succeed? Wisdom is the precious jewel that brings contentment and renewal. This is the gift of opening up and understanding and exploring wisdom. And so to complete, can you put up the last slide? And let's just say this together. And after connect, I think there should be a with, but I liked it anyways. So if you can, hopefully you can read it. So let's read together. I connect with and trust my inner wisdom more each day. I am therefore connected to the universal wisdom of all that is. Our own inner wisdom, the universal wisdom. They're one and the same. They really are one and the same, and they're there to draw on all the time. And the more that you do, the more you open yourself up to the gift that is you, to the depths of your own soul, to the experience of living your life in a full and rich and enjoyable way.